Alam niyo ba that I am absolutely not generated by artificial intelligence? That's right. This is 100% good old-fashioned, painstakingly crafted VFX art, giving you a full-body experience tonight. Magandang gabi, bayan. Good evening to our esteemed professor, Yuri Walter Akiate, and to all my classmates in the PhD in Development Administration program logging in from all over the world to Philippine Christian University. I am your presenter, David Pashon, reporting live from the green screen. Tonight, my group, shout out to my fantastic co-researchers, Arvin Celda and Miguel Peñalosa, is diving into Part 4 of our Advanced Marketing Management syllabus, based on Hongbing Hua's 2019 masterpiece, Mobile Marketing Management. We are tackling the behavioral characteristics of super users. But we aren't just looking at behaviors, we are looking at the entire forecast of modern influence. Welcome to the new era. Here's our radar for tonight. We have 4 massive pressure areas moving in. First, the super users themselves. Second, the brand communities they build. Third, a total climate shift, the 199 rule. And finally, the localized heavy hitters, opinion leaders. Class, the climate of marketing has fundamentally changed. For decades, we lived right here in the broadcast era. It was a one-way street. Brands sat up high on radio and TV towers, raining down identical messages on a passive audience. It was cold, transactional, and relied heavily on paid reach. But look at where we are now. We entered the community era. The forecast has shifted from broadcasting to belonging. We are no longer looking up at a tower, we are looking across a decentralized web of peers. Trust is no longer bought, it is earned. And the most powerful lightning rods in this new network aren't the brands, they are the highly engaged consumers. For the longest time in marketing management, we treated the Pareto principle, the 80-20 rule, as absolute law. 20% of your consumers generate 80% of your revenue. Well, I'm here to report that in the digital age, the 80-20 rule is dead. It has been completely obliterated by the 199 rule. In this highly connected ecosystem, social impact and brand advocacy are not divided by 20s and 80s. It is a microscopic, highly volatile fraction of your base that dictates the momentum of your entire brand. Now, let me break down the 199 rule for you. In every digital community, just 1% of users create the content that the other 99% consume, share, and amplify. Think about that. This 1% is doing the heavy lifting. They are writing the reviews, shooting the unboxing videos, and defending you in the comment section. If your marketing strategy ignores this 1%, you're flying blind into a storm. So who exactly is this 1%? This is the core of our group's topic. They are the super users, the superheroes of brand growth. Unlike paid endorsers, super users operate on pure passion. They create content voluntarily and consistently. They advocate authentically without a single peso of financial incentive. They naturally influence the 99% around them. Class, they are the 1% who literally move markets. They don't just consume your marketing, they are the marketing. Diving into their behavioral traits, we've pinpointed 5 core characteristics. 1. Emotional investment. It goes beyond the product. The brand is part of their DNA. 2. Consistent creation. They're a continuous content machine. 3. Authentic advocacy. Because they aren't sponsored, the public trusts them implicitly. No skepticism. 4. Community leadership. They are the digital Sherpas, guiding and recruiting new members. 5. Fierce loyalty. When a PR storm hits, casual buyers evacuate, super users, they grab an umbrella and defend the brand publicly. And last but not least, 6. A single super user is just an isolated spark. To create a wildfire, we need Pillar 2, brand communities. When super users connect, the synergy is massive. We get a collective amplification. Their reach multiplies, a shared identity forms. It builds a trust network where peer recommendations outperform traditional ads by 10 times. This creates a self-reinforcing climate of sustained growth with absolutely zero ad spend. Within these communities, certain individuals rise up to become opinion leaders. Now look closely at this slide because this is crucial. We must separate reach from trust. A mass influencer might have a massive reach of 10 million followers, but a tiny 1.2% engagement rate. Conversion trust is low. But an opinion leader, they might only have 50,000 followers, but they commanded 18.7% engagement rate. They are highly trusted authorities. They turn casual awareness into absolute conviction. Here is the architecture of influence. From this 1% epicenter, the energy radiates outward to the 99% of passive consumers. This compounding advocacy gives you 10 times the ROI of a billboard or a TV commercial. And the best part? Zero paid spend. Enough theory. Let's look at the historical data. We have 4 incredible case studies showcasing Hong Bing Hua's principles in action. Let's check the international brand forecasts. Apple, the world's first super user empire. Their app store wasn't even built by Apple employees. It was built by 34 million super user developers. Their retail stores are practically pilgrimage sites, powered by 0 paid reviews. Look at these figures. A net promoter score of 72, a $1.1 trillion ecosystem. Simply put, 1% of developers built a digital atmosphere that 2.2 billion passive users breathe in every single day. Next, a massive front moving in from Asia. Xiaomi. They didn't just market to fans, they made fans the marketing department. They mobilized the Mi Fan Army. 100 million strong. That's almost like the Philippine populace. They co-designed their operating system with these users. The result? 40% of their sales come from community advocacy. They pull in $37 billion in revenue, and they didn't even have to buy a single drop of traditional advertising to get there. Let's run to apparel. Nike. Through the Nike Run Club and the SNKRS app, Nike turned everyday athletes and sneakerheads into lifetime brand evangelists. They have over 100 million members on Nike Plus. These super users have a lifetime value 3 times higher than a normal customer, driving 35% of all sales. Nike did not just build a customer base, they engineered a global movement. Finally, we look at the digital creator climate. Mr. Beasto. He has a beast gang of over 300 million super users. When he launched Feastables, his consumer chocolate brand, it did $10 million in 30 days. Traditional ad spend, 0. The community is the marketing channel. He proved that if you build a community properly, you become absolutely impossible to ignore. But what do tech, apparel, and YouTube have in common? Super users. The creator economy is a $250 billion front. We are looking at $6 trillion in global consumer spending driven entirely by word of mouth. It creates a perpetual motion machine, a digital flywheel. Super users create content, which builds the community, which drives sales, which creates more super users. It never stops spinning. Plus, trust is the only currency that scales. 92% of consumers Trust peer reviews over ads. So here is your survival guide for the 2026 marketing landscape. 1. Find your super users. 2. Build your brand communities. 3. Empower your opinion leaders. 4. Respect the 199 rule. If you empower the 1%, the 99% will undoubtedly follow. And that wraps up Chapter 12. On behalf of Arvin Zelda, Miguel Peñalosa, of course, our group, and myself, David Pashon, thank you, Professor Akiate and my fellow PhD scholars. Remember, in the ever-shifting climate of digital marketing, strategy is just like the weather. It's always changing, but if you have the right forecast, you will always shine. Maraming salamat po sa pakikinig. And that's all from our part. Thank you.